So the last thing is about my background. I flunked out of high school twice because I can't write. Imagine that. And it's not that I can't write. The teacher didn't like what I was writing. And guess what? They didn't like what I wrote in this book either. Because I was going up against the egghead intellectual establishment who don't make mistakes. When this book was submitted to all the publishers, they say, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, what do you mean I don't know? I said, how can you say your house is not an asset? I said, because it isn't. No, you know what you're talking about. See, that's what happens if you go to school. You take this answer that the bankers give you. The bankers want you to believe your house is an asset. It is an asset, not yours. It's their asset. So they turned this book down and all this, and I said, look, I said to them back there when I was pitching the book, I said, there is going to be a real estate disaster of mega proportions. They go, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, I do too. So finally, I self-published this book in 1997. 2007, the biggest real estate disaster in the history of the world hit, on schedule. So I'm saying to you this, I'm calling 2016 for the next one, plus or minus 3 years. If you're in position with this business, you'll do well. Okay? If you're not in position, you can be like everybody else, stand up, bend over, and kiss your butt goodbye. You know what I mean? There is a stock market crash coming that is so huge. And that's why they don't find me on CNBC and those guys anymore, because I was calling it out. Wall Street Journal, Smart Money, Money Magazine come after me. They said, you can't say that. I said, screw you. I'll say what I want to say. And so the last thing about my education, the best schooling I ever got was when I graduated from Kings Point in 1969. I received my Bachelor of Science degree, which stands for BS. And I got a third mate's license. I can sail ships any place in the world. I was sailing, my specialty was tankers, oil. And the third was that I got a commission in the United States Navy. And but in 1969, some of you, well, you're too young to know, but in 1969, the Vietnam War was at all-time highs, and I felt obligated to go. So although I had a very high-paying job, my classmates back in 1969, the starting pay was $110,000 a year, which is not much money today, but back then it was a lot of money. I started a little bit less because I was non-union. I refused to go union. So I got a job with Standard Oil, and I started at $48,000 a year. Again, was a lot of money back then, because most people were only making about $3,000 a year. So to make about $50,000 a year was a lot of money, but I quit Standard Oil and I joined the Marine Corps, which proves I'm not that bright. And I went to flight school not too far from here in Pensacola, Florida. Spent 2 years there. It was the best education I ever had. You study in the morning, you fly in the afternoon. Study in the morning, fly in the afternoon. Flight school was show me that you know something. Don't answer questions. Show me you can fly. So from Pensacola, Florida, I was shipped to Camp Pendleton, California, and then I went to advanced training. And in advanced helicopter training, they put machine guns and rockets on the aircraft. You now have a crew. I have 2 gunners on the side. So I have 18 rockets, 6 machine guns, a crew of 5 tons of ammunition. The aircraft flies differently. And with that, off to Vietnam in 1971. It was the best years of my life. I was knocked down 3 times, but kept coming back alive. And but there's a reason for that, and it's the Navy Marine Corps, all military training. The Navy and Marine Corps trains you to make mistakes. That's the difference. Stupid school will tell you not to make mistakes. Marine Corps says make mistakes. And what we would do is we'd fly, we'd kill our engine. Every day, flying, they'd kill our engines, pull it. So every day we're flying through emergency, 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 emergency. And then one day, off the South China Sea, I lift off my aircraft carrier. I look down at my gauges, you know, flying around with this, and I can see something flickering. I said, oh my God. Here I am with rockets, machine gun, a crew of 5. I go, oh my God. It's called the NG gauge. It meant there was something wrong with my turbines. So the sweat starts to come down. I don't know what to do because it hasn't died yet. And then there's a mission to go on, and suddenly, boom, the thing quits, you know. Beep, beep, beep. Lights come on and all this. Now, let me ask you this. What does a helicopter flying? Crew of 5, big men. Ammunition all over the place, rockets, machine guns, and all this. What does it fly like? A brick. The stomach comes up. All of a sudden, I'm looking down like this. And the natural tendency for anybody in that situation is to pull back, pull back. But the Marine Corps and Navy trains us so well. The moment that engine quit, we're trained by practice to push forward. So the people that will be successful in this room are the people that when it gets tough, you push forward.